You won't believe what Eagles boss Howie Roseman just revealed. A behind-the-scenes move that explains why the team is always one step ahead in the NFL, and that could be the key to another run to the Super Bowl. We're not talking about a simple signing or trade. This is a plan so precise and calculated that it comes straight from a single college program. I'll show you, detail by detail, why this connection could make Philadelphia dominate again. But first, hold on tight, because this changes everything you thought you knew about roster construction. As is tradition, Nick Sirianni kept most of his star starters off the field Thursday night. Saquon Barkley didn't play, nor did many of the offensive weapons who were expected to carry the season. However, even without the starters, the Eagles' backfield became the talk of the night, and that's exactly what's giving Sirianni a headache ahead of roster cuts day. The spotlight naturally fell on quarterback Tanner McKee, whose command and poise led some insiders to speculate he could be a starter for at least 5 other NFL teams right now. But the real spotlight came from a position group that didn't seem likely to generate much drama this summer: the running backs. General manager Howie Roseman didn't bring in much competition at running back this offseason, but on Thursday night, you wouldn't have guessed it. From rookie Will Shipley to undrafted rookie Shunderick Powell, the running game looked unstoppable. Barkley and Shipley are certainties for the roster, and Ben Van Sumeren seems firmly established as the converted fullback Sirianni trusts. A.J. Dillon, fresh off a frustrating and injury-plagued 2023 season, showed why the Eagles brought him in. Solid runs, smart reads, and the kind of physicality expected of a RB3. But there's also Powell, the 5'10" genius from Central Arkansas, who turned heads with a 19-yard burst that had Barkley buzzing from the sidelines. Powell later found the end zone and got Barkley to retrieve the ball for his first NFL touchdown. Powell's story is a football dream. An undrafted small-town kid suddenly playing like he belongs in the spotlight. The Eagles initially envisioned him as a practice squad project in 2025, but after averaging 5.3 yards on 6 carries Thursday night, that plan may be in jeopardy. His name is now firmly on the 53-man roster, and Sirianni knows other teams are watching. A preseason performance may have put an end to the Eagles' quiet backfield plan. And it wasn't just the running backs who made waves. Thursday's win also dispelled lingering doubts about 2 Eagles who had a lot to prove this summer. Coming into Thursday night, there was cautious optimism surrounding offensive lineman Tyler Steen, but there was also a lingering sense of uncertainty. Could he truly secure his starting spot this year? Could he stay healthy long enough to be a reliable presence on the offense? Under the humid Philadelphia night sky, in front of a cheering crowd at Lincoln Financial Field, those questions didn't simply disappear. They were erased. Steen was the only projected starting offensive lineman to take the field against Cincinnati, and he treated every play as if it were a playoff loss. There was no ease to the game, no shake-it-up approach. He came in ready to punish defenders, and on the Eagles' third offensive play, he made a throw that had the sideline roaring. Will Shipley caught a pass and darted to the right sideline, but it was Steen's devastating block, a perfect combination of speed, timing, and brute strength that turned a routine run into a 38-yard burst. He barreled through the line like a wrecking ball, catching Bengals linebacker Logan Wilson off guard and completely obliterating him. It was like a Mack truck clearing the road, Shipley said afterwards, smiling as he relived the moment. As soon as he made that block, I knew the line was mine. It wasn't just a big play. Steen looked faster, stronger, and more confident than at any point last year. A fully healthy offseason clearly paid off. In 2024, he logged 316 snaps, a huge jump from the 71 he managed as a rookie, and Sirianni noticed the transformation. Tyler had a phenomenal offseason, the coach said after the game. We've been getting daily reports on his strength, his agility, the way he's moving. Tonight, you saw exactly why we're excited about him. And while Steen was delivering blows in the trenches, another Eagle soared above defenders and stole the show, literally. 6'5" wide receiver Johnny Wilson reminded everyone why size and physicality still matter in today's NFL. He finished the first half with 3 receptions for 73 yards, each a display of strength, timing, and fearlessness. On one play, McKee dropped back and threw the ball slightly behind Wilson. Instead of slowing down or panicking, Wilson simply used his body to shield the defender, reaching back and snatching it out of the air as if it were nothing. On another, he swooped in for a contested ball and caught it, despite the defender hanging on his arm. Not every attempt was perfect. One fade to the end zone went wide, but Wilson refused to point fingers. If the ball's in the air, I have to catch it, he said, taking full responsibility. McKee, who connected with him on all 3 completions, completions, was clearly impressed. Johnny's the man. He knows exactly how to use his size. That first catch? I didn't throw it very well, but he stepped up and made the play. That makes all the difference. What made these performances even more important was the timing. The preseason can sometimes seem like an afterthought for veterans, but for players fighting for respect and bigger roles, it's the time when reputations are made or broken. On Thursday night, Steen and Wilson not only proved they belonged, they made statements that will echo throughout the rest of practice. For Steen, it was the reassurance the coaching staff needed that he could be a key pillar in the front court. For Wilson, it was a reminder that a towering receiver who plays aggressively can be a nightmare for any secondary. And while those individual performances dominated the post-game buzz, something else was happening in the Eagles' front office. A revelation from general manager Howie Roseman about a very specific college program that could be the secret weapon behind Philadelphia's sustained success. If you've been following the Eagles' recruiting patterns in recent years, you've probably noticed something unusual. The Georgia Bulldogs keep finishing in midnight green. Year after year, Philadelphia turns to the same college program for new talent. This isn't mere coincidence or lazy observation. And this week, general manager Howie Roseman finally revealed why. On the Pardon My Take podcast, Roseman spoke with the confidence of a man who knows he has a trick up his sleeve. When you look at the Georgia defense that won the national championship, it wasn't just loaded with talent. It was built on chemistry, communication, and the ability to play together at the highest level, he explained. That's rare in the NFL. Consider what he's saying. In a league where player turnover is constant and chemistry can take years to develop, the Eagles have been importing ready-made units of players who already know how to win together. These are athletes who have endured the pressure of the SEC, the college football playoff, and the national championship. They've learned to trust each other, anticipate each other's moves, and communicate without hesitation. And that skill translates perfectly to the NFL. The proof is already on the field. The Eagles currently have 8 former Georgia Bulldogs players on their roster, an impressive number for a program that feeds a single NFL team. And they're not just filling the depth charts. Many of them played crucial roles in last season's Super Bowl 59 victory. Their fingerprints are all over every play that defined that championship run, from crucial saves to decisive moments when the pressure was highest. Roseman's strategy is clear. Build around proven winners. It's not just college standouts, it's experienced athletes who have been molded by one of the toughest programs in football. The Georgia Bulldogs produce NFL-ready players the way some programs produce hype. The difference is, these guys deliver. And now, with the 2025 season approaching, the stakes couldn't be higher. Week 1 is approaching. A prime-time showdown with the rival Dallas Cowboys, under the spotlight on Thursday night, September 4th. The chemistry and championship mentality that Georgia's players bring could be the X factor that sets the tone for the season. Because when the pressure mounts, when every yard counts, and when the season's momentum is on the line, Roseman is betting that the habits forged in Athens will translate into victories in Philadelphia. The Georgia connection isn't just a quirk of the draft. It could be the foundation for another deep playoff run and, who knows, another Lombardi trophy. Could this blend of individual strength, raw talent, and college chemistry be exactly what the Eagles need to run roughshod over the NFL in 2025? Leave your opinion here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, but I'll be back later to update you with the latest Eagles news.